Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 just got released, and as always with every MCU movie, it's packed with tons of Easter eggs, references and mentions to the future and wider MCU. In this video I will break down my top 10 Easter eggs in this film. Big spoiler warning, in most countries this movie isn't released yet, so I don't recommend watching this video if you didn't see the movie yourself yet. Let's start at the beginning. The first Easter egg I spotted was none other than Howard the Duck himself, who appears at the beginning of the movie. The last time we saw Howard the Duck in the MCU was back in 2014 in the after credit scene of the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Howard the Duck appears on the planet Construxia. In this scene, Yondu and the Ravagers are visiting the Iron Lotus in a red light district. Howard the Duck also seems to be there as well. Howard also appears in the credit once again. Easter egg number 2 is the introduction of some iconic characters into the MCU. The Watchers. I'm so happy that they finally appeared in the MCU. Also, a famous rumor has confirmed to be true. Stan Lee is a Watcher. He makes a cameo in the scene where the Watchers appeared and he talked to them. This scene also continues in one of the 5 credit scenes. Easter egg number 3 is an appearance of 2 Cronins. We first saw a Cronin in Thor The Dark World, and it has been confirmed that Korg will appear in Thor Ragnarok, played by director Taika Waititi. The Cronins can be seen fighting each other during the jump gate sequence where Stan Lee and the Watchers also appeared. Easter egg number 4. Ego is seen most of the time in his human form, and he lives on the planet that he created called Ego's Planet. Ego explained that he is a Celestial, which are ancient beings. Ego was born out of nothing and grew into a planet. Then he wanted to seek other living beings throughout the universe, so he created himself a human body. I always thought this was a cool idea and a cool nod to the Ego Prime from the comics, who also happens to look a lot like Kurt Russell. But the thing that really made me go crazy was him as a planet. In one scene and in the credit roll we can see Ego as a big planet with a huge angry face on it. His look was spot on to the comics and it looked great. Easter egg number 5 might be one of the best in this movie. The OG Guardians of the Galaxy, Starhawk, Martinez, Kruger, Mainframe, Alita and my all-time favorite Charlie 27 appear. In the comics they and Yondu are the original Guardians of the Galaxy. In the MCU they seem to be the first Ravagers, and they are now Ravager captains with each of them leading a different clan. Yondu broke all of their hearts by betraying them to pick up little Peter Quill from Earth. Once again, James Gunn did an amazing job in translating them from the comics to the MCU. I always thought it was funny that the logo of the Ravagers is the same logo as the Guardians in the comics, and now there's finally a reason to why. Easter egg 6 is a really weird one that confused me. The Grandmaster appears in the credit roll, although he didn't appear in the movie. The 7th Easter egg is a certain character in one of the credit scenes. Adam Warlock. In the scene we can see Aisha, defeated and broken, telling her mate that she has created something more perfect and powerful as anything else. Then we get a first glimpse of the cocoon of Adam Warlock. Then Aisha says, "I will call him Adam." And then the scene ends. I can't wait to see Adam Warlock on the big screen, and I know everyone else can't as well. His cocoon looked very comic accurate and is not the cocoon we saw in the Collector's Museum. It looked way better. Easter egg number 8 is a very funny one and my personal favorite. Groot as a teenager. We see Groot as a teenager in mid-puberty in this scene. He has a deep voice and he is playing a video game in his room. His entire room is covered in roots and vines, and then Peter Quill walks in. Peter tells Groot to clean his room up because it's dirty, and Peter keeps falling over all those dirty vines that Groot didn't clean up. It was a very funny scene, and I think this means that Groot will be full grown again in Infinity War. Easter egg number 9 is a Cosmo Easter egg. We first saw Cosmo in the Collector's Museum in the first movie, and in this movie he appears in the credit roll. The 10th Easter egg takes place during a very emotional scene, Yondu's funeral. At Yondu's funeral we can see Peter, Kraglin and Gamora putting down items around Yondu's body. Those items were the troll doll from the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie and the blue glass frog that he bought in Broker's shop. These were my top 10 Easter eggs of this movie. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 was truly a masterpiece and is probably one of my favorite MCU movies so far. I can't wait to see this movie for a second time so I can enjoy this masterpiece once again. What was your favorite Easter egg of this movie? And did you spot any that I didn't mention in this video? If you did, leave them in the comments below so I can see them. Thank you all so much for watching. I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm just getting started. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter and on Instagram. On Instagram I post daily quotes, Easter eggs, news and every Friday I post a comment comparison. Thank you all for watching and I will see you later.